It is my birthday. However, I will not see sunlight for 3 more days. When the sun finally does warm my skin, I only have a few precious minutes to survive. Who am I, you might be wondering? I am a loggerhead sea turtle, and this is the story of my life. I have just reached the surface of the sand, and I am no larger than a young child's hand. My flippers are the size of butterfly wings, and I have no protection because my shell is so soft. The only thing I know is that I need to make it to the water. This is the first of the many challenges that I will face. As I drag myself through the mountains of sand and the jungles of seaweed, I see hundreds of my brothers and sisters getting dragged back to be eaten, killed by the beaks of birds flying overhead. Also, crabs drag us back to pry us apart with their claws. The first few moments of our lives are the most harmful. I finally feel the wetness against my skin and the coldness of the water covers my body. I have made it. But now I have another challenge to face. I now must swim for 72 hours in the open seas until I find a nursery, a floating, tangled patch of seaweed where I can close my eyes and call home for the first time in my life. I am well rested now, but starving. I have not eaten for approximately 4 days. I ignore everything and focus only on my hunger, and I am swimming deeper and deeper into the unforgiving sea. I have come across jellyfish, and I can see all of the other sea creatures my size getting paralyzed, killed. I ignore that too and use my powerful jaw to bite down on the jellyfish's tentacle. Over the years of my ancestors living in contact with jellyfish, I'm immune to the stinging. I am now nourished and ready to continue my journey from Florida to the Caribbean. Once again, I need to swim out into the open seas, away from the jellyfish. It was nice being a predator for once, but I am not as small and delicate. I am 5 now, and I am not scared of many of the things that I was scared of during my younger years. I have grown, and I have finally completed my journey from Florida to the Caribbean, and I will now stay here for the next 20 years of my life before I travel back to Florida. I'm making the same incredible journey I made as a child 20 years ago. I ate jellyfish the same way I did, except this time I did not need to stay in a nursery. I'm strong enough to swim the whole way back. I am home now, where I started my life, in Florida. It is time for me to mate, to lay my own eggs, and become a mother. As I try to drag myself up the same beach that almost took my life from me many years ago, I'm not able to do so. Development has been made, and it is not how I remember this place. There are buildings and skyscrapers for as far as I can see. How will I be able to lay my eggs if I cannot even make it on land? Finally, the current washes me up to the same beach that I once tried to escape from. But I'm so different now. I'm 1 meter wide and 1 meter long, strong and powerful. I dig and dig 50 centimeters deep, just like the hole that I dug myself out of when I hatched. So I lay my eggs and bury them. Even though 1 in 10,000 sea turtles make it as far as I have, I know that the turtles that emerge from my eggs will not only be small and delicate, but they will also be determined. Many young turtles die because of the predators that await their arrival, but if they make it past the birds and the crabs, and they make it all the way to the nursery, larger fish than the rest will eat them. Another thing that kills young turtles is oil spills. Oil spills are almost impossible to swim and get through. There are more harmful things to a young turtle, like fishermen. Fishermen travel all along the route that turtles take from Florida to the Caribbean, so if they happen to get caught, then they could die as well. The loggerhead sea turtles, like myself, are the most extraordinary animals on Earth.